2013, March 11th, 2013. There's a statue that's downtown Minneapolis on the Nicollet Mall, and it's the image of Mary Richards. And Mary Tyler Moore did a show started like in 1970, and going blank now what the bloody name of the show was. But on the show was a good friend of hers called Rhoda, and Rhoda was played by Valerie Harper, and she came out last week with saying that she had terminal brain cancer. She was on a show today, The Doctors, and was very just remarkable woman. Not only just what she's done in her career, but just the way she's accepted that. This smile on her face, and she can laugh and joke, knowing that she's got, they say, maybe a 3-4 month period that they know of. Of course, she's on medication and stuff, so they give you a kind of a short estimate of how much time you have, and you take it from there. She was discussing that she had lung cancer 4 years ago, had that surgically removed, didn't have any side effects. Everything was fine up until this new cancer has come up, and it's one of those that kind of wrapped on the outskirts of your brain, that little liquid membrane that kind of surrounds is what's infected with the cancer, and they don't have a cure for that, and it's inoperable. Like I said, her love and thrust for life, her knowing that she's lived at this point, lived a good life, and has had everything, and we really like everybody to know and say thank you and all that. It was just a remarkable thing to see. When Gordon went, I got a call like 6 months ago, and Gordon called me up and says, "You're gonna have to come home because I need to be taken to the hospital." He got to the point that he couldn't drive. He said he was starting to have blackout seizures. He's having trouble getting up and down the stairs, and took him in. They did some scans of the chest, and that's when they found the thing in his chest. But they also seen, and this was what was scary at the time, was black spots on his lung, and they didn't really know, but they were just saying at the time that it was lung cancer. And usually when you hear about lung cancer, it is pretty much a distance. He took it real hard. It was very to watch that transformation as one goes with the acknowledgement of thought of having cancer, because he was pretty sad, physically in pretty bad shape. He knew he was. And I'd never been around anybody. All my immediate family is alive, so I never experienced someone going through serious cancer. I know my uncles had died earlier in life because of heart disease, but which is the number one killer of males is heart disease. So that's kind of a given. That's what I've kind of try to keep a good, healthy profile, stay in shape, watch what I eat, watch what I do, which is always in the back of my mind. That's my genetic background. But in his side is cancer, is leukemia, is a couple of his twin brothers, both died of leukemia. His mother died of cancer, which was kind of leukemia based, and we had a nephew which had leukemia and was treated for it. So he knew on his side of the family that cancer plays a big part. So it was pretty much a shock to him. Like I said, there's those phases you go through, anger, and then acceptance, and dealing with it, and then the fight. And he was pretty much given up. The first few days was just he didn't have really much to live for. He really had cancer and very well off, and just didn't have any fight in him. After we went and got more tests, there were several tests we went through. Like I said, at that time when he did the scan, he went in and had a full body scan and confirmed that there was black dots on the lungs, and that's when he quit smoking. Quit. But they also seen that in his skull he had one of his tooth was really bad abscess and was leaking poisons into his jaw, which was bleeding into his system and giving him very bad symptoms of being poisoned. I mean, that's why he was having such issues. And that's probably why that lymph node there in the chest probably swollen up, because it just got filled with those poisons and started giving him other issues, pains in the arms and the lightheadedness and the blackouts. So once, and this is he's had three scans since then, and the spots are starting to disappear. So that's the lung cancer early diagnosis by the first time we took him in, and that just, like I said, scared the hell out of him, but they didn't know what the hell he was talking about. All they seen was black dots on the lung, and they said lung cancer, because he was a heavy smoker. Is not what's he's faced with now. Like I said, that's something that's going to have to be operated on and do cancer. But treatment, which is going to be months of chemotherapy and good old nasty stuff like that. But just to see him bounce back and to give a more thrust for life, to want to live, to want to fight it, is amazing to see that up close, up front, because he's got some years left on him. He's not given up the goat yet. I know before Taras came along, I've always felt that I've lived a pretty good life. Turning 50, I've seen and done a lot more than the average bird. The only thing that I haven't is to have a family. So adopting Taras was that thing that I needed. They say that kids give you something in life that just changes everything, changes the aspect. So I'm not ready to go yet either. I think I got a good 25 plus years coming. So I'm not looking at anything immediately either. But your life changes. You gotta live life for what it is. And this is going to be a challenge. I know I look back. There was a time that I sat in the car. I went to a Kiss concert, and I was at the fairgrounds by myself. And when I came out, I had such a good time. I was just so high on life. But I got back to the car and I sat there for a good hour and just bawled my eyes out of what was coming down the pike, worrying about Gordon and stuff, and how it emotionally hit me. And I needed that release. I needed to let that out, because I'm not good with my feelings and emotions. I think I take a lot after my dad of holding stuff in. I know my dad wasn't a very physical, vocal person. So it was, you kind of are your parents. I was lucky that my mom was more freewheeling and gave us that open arena to explore and venture and enjoy life, and always painted a good picture of life. But to be able to express that is another story. I forgot what I was going for there, but anyway, going to be interesting on how this unfolds over the next few months. But I got support. My mom's there. She's going to be patting me on the shoulder. I know we got friends and family here. So can't play gloom and doom. But I just wanted to touch on that because seeing that from Valerie Harper today and her fight and Gordon's fight, going to get through this, and we got to support them. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I remember my not very good at hospitals. That's what I want to talk about. I remember my brother had surgery when he was 10. And that means I was 5, and I remember being at the hospital. I didn't know what it was about, but I remember being there. I guess it was kind of where's Jimmy? So I've not really had a pleasant experience around hospitals. Wish I'd have been there more for him, but in the later years here. But we move apart and we grow and live our own lives and deal with him. But he was a big part of my life, and I do miss him dearly. But I'm gonna leave you with Elton John. Someone saved my life tonight, and keep up the good faith. We're all pulling together on this one. March 7th, 2013.